y'all. These people that's looked down upon us, that we thought that was real reality, all of those people that have the knowledge, that didn't have the flyest clothes, because y'all got to remember the basic necessities. A lot of it you don't even need, but the basic necessities that they say that you need or that we know is needed, right? That those three things, they hijack also for you to live a certain way, exactly how they want you to live it. Now, any reason around you not living like that, they don't give a fuck what that is. You know what I mean? Your shelter is going to be affected. Your hygiene is going to be affected. How you eat is going to be affected. Flat out. That's by design. You feel me? So anybody looking at people that's of lack and not having them things, and they fucked up, their money's fucked up and everything, but they have like a lot of knowledge, right? These are the people that's going to be really damn near like kings and queens and stuff as the system shuts down. That a lot of people are going to be dependent on, because that's the real power. All of this stuff that we're living right now, this isn't real power. That's why it has to be enforced, right? Real natural law of real abundance and value doesn't have to be enforced because people are already going to gravitate towards it because you can see that it's for you and it's for you to flourish, right? You know what I mean? But everything about this isn't that. That's why it has to be so much laws in it, and they're always trying to implement new stuff because as you're in it, you start to see the faultiness in it, even if you're not trying to see it. You feel me? So they got to create laws around that. So when you do see that, it's like, oh yeah, we was waiting for you to see this because we already know it's faulty, but we're forcing you to deal with it. But as soon as you have a way to try to counterattack it, we're counterattacking that. You feel me? So they try to be steps ahead of you. That's what this shit is about, But at the end of the day, y'all, like I said, as the system shuts down due to the changes that's taking place on the planet, we're all not one human race. Everybody don't got a connection with that gas giant in the sky. It is what it is, And as far as Europeans, Asians, Arabs, all my black people, all my Latino people know that they're gonna taunt us, all these other unnatural people that's not us, that never had a connection to the land. They're gonna provoke us as much as they can on their way out to try to take some of us with them in a low vibration to get us to crash out, for them to do whatever they want to do to us in the last of this docile state system that we're in, where they still got slave catchers and shit like that. I'm telling y'all, real spill, y'all. I'm telling y'all, no lies. Like, man, shout out to all the Latino guys. They hung a you melanated man out DC in front of the police station, right? If that don't let you know that already that they're against the organic people of the land, neuromelanated or you melanated, I don't know what tells you, They're against nature, right? If you're neuromelanated or you're melanated, if you have a biological connection to the planet, they're against you. You feel me? There's no shape, way, or form around it. Like, it is what it is, Yeah. It's like a lot of people that I come across that's financially struggling. These people are really smart as anything, but if you look at them from the outside in and you judge them by how they look or what the system says, you would think that they're just like dumb if you're ignorant, if you're that ignorant. But it's really not like that though. Like, you know what I mean? It's not like that. Hold up, bro. I'm passing by my baby real quick. Hold up. You know what I'm saying? Passing by my baby and shit. Let me see it. I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna hop off this bus one of these rises as I get stuff right. And I gotta say something to my baby. Hey, shout out to Honduras. I ain't gonna lie. Shout out Honduras. Damn, is she in there? Damn, I think I see her car. I know she in that joint right now, too. I know she is. That's my baby, y'all. But back to what I was saying though. Yeah, like, the radiation that's enveloping the planet. See, one thing we got to do also, y'all. I'm not saying that all knowledge isn't of value. Like, I'm not trying to say this to say that. You know what I'm about to say, but I'm gonna be real. Like, there's no point in talking about extensive knowledge that's 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 not the definite problem right now. You feel me? For awareness purposes. So, and what I mean is like, I don't care how anybody tries to flip the script or talk about this or even money. Let's be flat out, y'all. Because I'm a flat out person. I'm a direct person. All this other side shit and shit I don't do, right? The main reason why this system is shutting down is due to the radiation that's developing the whole planet. Flat out. And that, like the UVC radiation at ground level is changing all organisms for the better or the worse. Different pieces of your brain are being hit. Intricate parts that's having you think from different standpoints besides the outdated thinking that you've been socially programmed to think like. You feel me? Flat out. This is what's happening. Flat out. That's why all this truth, it seems like out of nowhere, it seemed like just truth just started coming out. All the lies started being exposed. It's because of the radiation, right? So you can't really talk about only with so much stuff that's more important than that. Wow, the radiation is still increasing because it's not a stopping point with it, right? It didn't stop. You know, if you look at the recent corona holes, look at the sunspots, the recent sunspots, look at the CMEs that's hitting the planet, right? These solar flares that's hitting, you know, top ionized, top speed ionized particles. You know what I mean? Hitting DNA from the inside out. You know what I mean? Changing you for the better or worse, whether you natural or you unnatural, right? People can say whatever they want to say, but the radiation is getting them out of here, right? It's having their cells deteriorate, them having complications, residual effects, because they have no correlation with the sun whatsoever, right? Then that's shutting this system down. The vibration of the frequency of those ionized particles that's hitting the planet, the frequency of this system, how we live, the docile state, going to work, you know what I mean, being siphoned of our energy and time, so-called say, you know, or I'm gonna say energy cycle amongst this really being about children, and us should be protected and spending more time with our children, bringing our families up, our offspring, right? And we're not able to do that because we're worried about going to work to pay for the natural resources because they've been hijacked. That doesn't make any sense, y'all. Whether now your lack of awareness, you know, I'm not saying it's to point fingers and stuff right now, but I'm gonna just say this doesn't make sense, and that's why all of this is happening. That's why this radiation is here. You know, nobody can do nothing about it. Whether you like it or don't like it, the sun don't give a fuck about how you feel. You feel me? The sun is shutting this shit down. So, like, that's why I said, y'all, just make sure you make it to your next day as an organic being. Don't get caught up in all the stuff that's triggering or provoking you. You know, that's not real. You know what I mean? That was put here, you know what I mean, for you as the biggest test, you know, as an organic being on your own planet. Flat out, y'all. You know? So shout out all my guys and goddesses, you know what I'm saying? Shout out all my so-called African American guys. Shout out all my African guys out there, you know what I mean? Ghana, you know what I'm saying? Sierra Leone, Liberia, all of them, all everywhere. Shout out my African American guys, shout out my African guys, shout out my Latino guys. You feel me? Shout out all my neuromelanated people and all my urmelanated people. You feel me? It's our time right now, and they can't do nothing with that gas giant in the sky. You know, y'all see how cold it is. You know what I mean? They gave 2 days cold back to back like that. You know what I mean? You know what cold, how it shocks your system. It shocks your central nervous system. You know, like how white people or not even just white people, but how they had to. I remember the cold plunge. A lot of people was doing that on the internet and stuff. They was like jumping in the cold water to shock their system and stuff. What do you think that this cold unnatural weather is doing to us organic people, Black and Latino people, when we have our hot days? That's the radiation is changing our anatomy for the better, and then we get hit with this cold just out of nowhere and shit. You know what I mean? What do you think that that's doing to our body? You know, it's shocking our system. You know, the weather isn't even natural. You know, cold isn't even natural, y'all. it's really like they know the radiation, whether it's cold or not, that has no effect on stopping the radiation. But it's like two forms of attack. They know a lot of people don't have that knowledge to know that, and they know that they also know that, what do you call it? Damn, I forgot what I was gonna say. It's gonna come to me in a little bit. My mind is moving real fast right now, y'all. But they already spraying the skies right now. They already spraying some right now. I see some up there right now. Like, you know, they can't lock our DNA down all the way. You know, it might be a little bit different for some of us if some of us got that shot. You know, I didn't get that shit. I didn't get not one of them shots. I didn't get that C word shot. I didn't get the other ones after it, because I already knew what that was. You know, I'm way too smart for that. Like when they tried to be like they was gonna be on that type of time with me and shit. Even when I got locked up and shit, and then they was like extraditing me from different jails, different states and shit like that. I was like, they was like, you get the so shot. I'm like, yeah, I got it. I'm like, yeah, I got it. I got the new ones off, so I got it. I was lying my ass off. It's crazy that I had to do that to survive, just to not have that shit forced upon me though. Ain't that some shit, y'all? That's how you know, like, this shit is survival. We in hell. You know, if you can't use your brain properly and be able to see past situations, like if I wasn't able to read that situation and know how to go about that like that, if I wasn't smart enough, I wouldn't have been able to play the food, you feel me? And play it off in the spur of the moment like that, to think rapidly. Like I wouldn't have been able to do that. But I saw past it, and I knew what that was, and I knew if I would have got that, it would have been like endgame for real. Because people that got those shots, y'all gonna start having complications with the sun, even if you organic. You know, I say this: if you organic and you got any of those shots, if you already didn't stop eating meat and stuff, you need to detox like never before. I'm gonna just say that, you know, detox like never before. But this shit is crazy though, where we at right now though, y'all. This shit crazy. I appreciate it, God. Like, thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day, God. Peace, God. Peace. Yeah, we almost home though, y'all. You just gotta just take this shit day by day. You know, it's crazy. The Latino guy behind me, he was listening to me, and the goddess, the Latina goddess next to me, she was listening to me. You feel me? And she literally, what do you call it? When I got off, they literally nodded their head at me like, because they know what's up. They know what's up. You hear me? They know what's up. We at war, y'all. Don't think just for a moment, just because you're not having rounds shot at you, or you're not. You get what I'm saying? Like, we at war. You best believe it. We at war. Make sure my battery saver on, y'all. Hold up. Nah, we really at war, y'all. We really at war. You know? But it's the best time for me though. Like I said, you know, the Trumpman show, 2026. At whatever episode this is of the Trumpman show. You know? We gotta let the episodes just go by. You feel me? Can't skip the episodes, but you can ignore the episodes as they're going by for your mental health around, you know, all the distractions and stuff, and just let the days go by. You know, you can do that. That's probably like the best, strongest thing to do within like this whole situation as it's playing out, to be honest with y'all. Because when you have that type of level of awareness about what's going on and how damaging this whole shit is, you know, it can really start to like siphon your energy in a negative way off of your level of awareness, and you can start to feel like you're crazy and shit, because, you know, you kind of already start to feel like that. Like, let's be real, the more knowledge you get like ostracized in itself. And even if you're not trying to isolate yourself, because, excuse me, I was like almost about to yawn. Because like majority of people, they're just going along, you know. Or it's like they're just stuck. Like they don't know. They're just like I don't want to say they don't matter, but they're just like NPCs, you know, regardless of their genetic makeup. Where it's like their neurological network in their brain, like they can't fathom what's going on. They're too socially programmed. You feel me? They can't even see a thought process outside of the box from their own thought or even somebody else telling them it. Like they can't gravitate. You feel me? And it's a lot of people that's like that, regardless of age, how long they've been in this system or not. Like there's some young NPCs, you know? Like this shit gets deep. So that's why I say enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Top of the top, brother. So as we getting this shift and everything and dealing with all of this shit, we must keep our sanity because they're throwing all the weapons that they can. You know, I already said to myself, I didn't even need to check the weather because I already know how they rock. I said, oh, we had these days, these cold days. I mean, we had these hot days. I said to myself, I promise you, I didn't even check the weather. I literally said to myself, I said, we had these hot days. I said, the fact that yesterday was as cold as it was off the early, I said to myself, today for a fact is going to be cold. I already know because I know how they work. Whenever it's like 4 to 5 hot days, I told y'all, they either try to make it rain, they spray hella chemtrails, which is also going to damn near all of a sudden, ironically, it gets cold, right? And they're going to try to trying to mess up my shit because of what I'm talking about. It ain't no cold ass breeze with the rain on a hot summer day. You know what I'm saying? That's why those be the main things that they be doing. They gonna spray the trails. They gonna try to block our sun. You get what I'm saying? Or it's gonna get cold out of unnatural ass weather. It's gonna get cold out of nowhere, like Arctic breeze type shit. You know, shock central nervous system type cold. You know, don't even make sense type shit, right? It's all the same. It's all the same illusions that they throw. They last little bit of time, so-called, say, being on our planet, the abusers. This shit's almost up, y'all. So all my guys and goddesses and all my high vibrational human beings too, you know, keep calling your people out for what they've done to us and how they separated themselves even from y'all. If y'all are smart enough to see it from that standpoint, you know, because for real, some of them don't even have y'all genetic makeup, but a lot of them do have y'all genetic makeup though. You feel me? A lot of them do. And the main thing about this is though they're trying to create chaos. Like they know their time is up on the planet. They know they're on their way out. So everything that they did yesterday, they're gonna try to do today, and like reel that up. You know, and have it happen more often to create an emotional reaction, to get a lot of people to crash out, so they can go about inflicting more harm to them. You know, while they're still here. That's just flat out. That's what they're on. So that's why it's like I broke away from this shit. I don't give a fuck no more because I see the game that they're trying to play, and I can't even tell y'all how irritated I am. You know, around like my level of awareness, and like I don't even want to see white people no more. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. You know what I mean? Or if I do, I want to see the humble ones, and I meet the humble ones. You know, so the humble ones that I meet, they met me in person and stuff. They know, like I'm not racist or anything, but like they know what they people be about. Hold up real quick, y'all. They be knowing from like a whole standpoint, you know what I mean? Majority collective wise. You know? What's what you go do? How you feeling today?
You still love playing RoBs?
No, not no more. Now I'm working at like a landscaping job in Sterling. I do like commercial, like on like for instance, like if they get like a shopping center specifically, like I'm like around like the plants and stuff. And I got like a little company car and stuff, and yeah, that's what I do now. But I might go back there though. I didn't lose it or anything. They just wasn't offering money for like stuff that I had to pay. Remember, 'cause I don't know if you remember when I first started working there, I was working with like 2-3 days, and they was like they'd give me another day, but they couldn't really do anything with more hours to give me like full time there. And I'm just like, look, well, y'all can't give me full time, and y'all can't give me more than 4 or 5 hours, then I'm gonna have to leave. You know, I'm not saying that I'm quitting, but like I'll come back. You know, when y'all get my hours. But yeah, how that situation go with that guy that you were talking about? Yeah, for real. Oh, you told him exactly how it was gonna happen, and not to go about it like that.
No, I tell you, keep doing this thing.
Yeah.
You know, you need to just walk away and don't do what you gotta do.
Right.
So, you know, I said, okay. One more word out of your mouth, and I'm gonna put you in 2 places. I'm gonna put you here, and then I'm gonna put you down with the blue bar again.
Right. You giving the worst room type shit, acting like that. Yeah.
You be over there in Fairfax County lockup.
All right. I say this, man. Some people.
And see, you the wrong color to be having the color talking about, hey, you need to do shit.
Right. Some people, I know you probably get like a lot of practice just dealing with them in your position. Like a lot of people that like some of us make like good money, but then people make like really, really good money, right? A lot of people that in this area that have really, really good money, bro, they got like the worst personalities, you know? Don't know how to carry a conversation, general respect. Self-absorbed. Yeah, like the entitlement is fucking like you could be just talking to them regular and you can tell like they're trying to size you up and make you feel inadequate because of the money that they have. Or, you know, off of them talking to you, whatever, and you knowing like their occupation, you're looking at them like, what's all that for, you know?
Just because you look at something,
Why could go crazy?
You don't think they got shit, that don't mean you're right.
And that don't mean that, yeah, exactly, that's true. Because not a lot of people are like flashy like that, you know? Like a person, you may talk a person trying to sit down the whole time, they got more money than you know? For real. And I meet the humble ones also, because when I'm on people's property, I meet like some people when I'm on their property and stuff that's like they're you wouldn't even think that they even got that money, put it like that. Like they don't boast, they don't brag. Like they're so humble. You'd be like, oh, this is like a regular person. The whole time they're like a top millionaire about to be a billionaire, you know? So it really be like a hit or miss, honestly. You know, when I was talking to you about kids and stuff, and you was telling me about your situation and everything, have you ever thought about adopting a kid?
No.
Oh, you don't want kids at all.
I do rent a kid. I got enough nieces and nephews that are trying to adopt another.
So when that happened, you was telling me about, like that happened. Did you do that surgery? You got surgery for that, or that happened naturally?
It happened in the military. You got an injury.
Oh.
It's all good.
Yeah, shit happens, you know.
I see motherfuckers who got kids. I see people who got kids that shouldn't even have kids.
Right. No, for a fact.
Oh, thanks. George, did you take a second bottle of coffee? No. Okay. Whenever you're working, always make the second one, okay? Just leave the second one, just sits back here. I don't know. What happened? What's wrong? You get started? Solid? Look it.
Namaste.
Yeah, my fault, y'all. My fault. But yeah, like what I'm saying, though, like, um, crazy, very, very crazy. Like, it's just so much going on right now. That's why I'm thankful for y'all, as y'all, my subscribers, all my new subscribers, and stuff like that. I know a lot of y'all might not personally know me and stuff like that, but I'm a good person and everything. But it's a lot of it's almost like how I was explaining in the beginning. I'm gonna start this video. I'm gonna see, because I think they cut my video. Yeah, they cut my video because it says I'm at 15 minutes. I definitely been on here for more than 15 minutes. This is what I'm saying though, y'all. Like it's like I feel like I already surpassed so much than like an average person. See, an average person on the internet, right? That's speaking about knowledge, or even what I'm speaking about and stuff. They're not cutting their videos while they're live. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, like, they're not going live and they're on live for 40 minutes. Then all of a sudden it says 20 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not cutting whole lengths out of videos off of what people are speaking to not have people pay attention to them. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what are y'all so scared of? I feel like for me really to go live and talk about certain stuff deep in detail, I gotta have like multiple people from like multiple phones like recording at the same time. So like, say like if they did this, whoever else would have been recording, it wouldn't have been cut from all of their phones. You get what I'm saying? That's how I gotta move, because it's like, literally, they're just trying to taunt me. They're trying to taunt me on their way out, because they know everything that I'm saying is the truth. You get what I'm saying? Everything I'm saying is the truth, so they're trying to taunt me, because they know this shit pisses me off. But at the end of the day, it does piss me off, but I'll say this. At the end of the day, like I said, the truth is always the truth, right? So no matter how much y'all try to block somebody speaking it, or even if it's not even spoke at all, you feel me? All that's irrelevant, because it's happening. You know? It's happening whether I could get the message out, or anybody could get the message out to anyone or not. It's already taking place. So y'all can cut videos, y'all can take pieces out of videos, all of that shit. Y'all can do all of that shit to try to provoke us. I'm not one of those people that's gonna get provoked. I'm just still gonna make it sure the next day and watch y'all system crash. You know? I feel like a lot of black people, where a lot of us are doing that now. Where we're just looking at everything. We're watching everything just crash, you know? We don't gotta be reactive. We don't gotta, hey bro. We don't gotta turn up on y'all. All we gotta do is just be still. That's all we gotta do, yo. You know? But that's what I'm when I really get comfortable, have like a spot to live and all of that. Like I'm even probably gonna get 3 phones, and when I go live, I'm gonna have all 3 phones recording me like at the same time, from different numbers with different emails and all of that.